Hello, and welcome to another episode of me, Bob MacIver, drawing. So, Bob MacIver draws. Still can't quite figure out how to say it properly. Would be the best way of phrasing it. Yes, so this is drawing the Incarnal score. This would be the fourth session, I believe. Yeah, something like that. Third or fourth. I don't remember off the top of my head. So yeah, just getting through it. Just putting the hours in. So I'm still doing rough at the moment, and I'll be finishing up on rough, I presume, on the stream, and then moving on to like the first clean art draw over, basically. So yeah, without further ado, cheers for another stream, and let's get cracking. All right, cool. Let's see what we got. Just give me a sec. There you go. So this is where we left off. Rough. Let's get layers up. So we got the main protagonist. I've forgotten his name already. And is it Clara or something like that? Clara? Oh, Ran. He is the one of the main focuses of the drawing. He's really Wonka-esque character, and he's looking up into the distance to this bubble world through a portal, which is this gate here. Yeah. And I just remembered we need room for the title as well. So I'll have to draw the other characters today. That'll be what I'll be doing. With the background. What do we have? Yeah, we had options. So we had, this is one idea, but this one I was working on quite a bit. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm kind of against the idea. I think I had a bit of time to think about it. It's too out there. People are not going to know what's going on. So I'm pulling it back a bit. So I'm probably going to stick with this one, maybe. That's another idea. Yeah. I think I'm very into that as well. But I'll probably be sticking to that one. Let's move it up. I also spoke to the person who commissioned me, and he's been looking over the videos, and he's basically he's leaving up to me to do. But he wants one thing. Actually, he wanted was to make sure the bubble world, the floor is actually half a dome, so keep it in a bubble shape. So I have to like change that back to what he wanted. So I'll get on to that later. You know what? I'll do a quick mock-up now. What's wrong here? The opacity is too low, so do up to 100. Let me get rid of this counter so I can see what I'm doing. And this line will have to be completely around. So it's kind of a bottom half of a sphere. Sphere. Sorry. Does that look right? It's always been difficult drawing when drawing like a circular object in 3 dimension to get the curve right. This curve, I know how it should be. Just it takes a while to clean up and do it properly, and it took a while to learn what the exact curvature that it should be. But it's basically like that, I think. Right, as I said before, this is rough, so there's no idea. What I'll probably do is when I actually do it properly, I'll probably actually use a shape tool and create this circle properly. So something like this. You know what, I might as well have objects in the sea as well whilst I'm out. So it'll probably be more like that. Merge down. Yeah, we can have fun with this at least, and have some sort of sea creature. I don't know how to draw well. Have I drawn well before? I'm not sure. Yeah, I have, yeah. I never had an opportunity to learn it properly. How to draw well. Like, I haven't done an anatomy study of it, so this could be very well. But that's something to look into later. Does it have fins? It's just like... something like that, right? We can have sharks. They're going to be massive, but it doesn't matter, this is fantasy, so it's all matters. And I'll probably change the shape of this island a bit as well. Just mix up a little bit. And then this is part of the bubble. I have to draw it properly. I have to draw the circle first properly, so make sure the castle stays within the confines of the bubble. Yeah. So turn smoothing down. So I feel like an iridescent kind of bubble as well. Like oil. An oily bubble. Maybe. See how it goes. Anyway, that's the idea. Let's change that off. Actually, do we need that? Probably not. Main rough island. Let's call it that. So we can get back to it later. Alright, cool. Yeah. Not looking too bad. Still undecided how big to make Oran. That big. That big. Oh, it can't be that big. But we can change the size from like that big all the way up to probably about there. Anyway, let's undo layer. Accidentally saved it. No harm in it. We've got tangent in the going. Tangent being these lines clash here. But when it comes to actually drawing properly, make sure the tangents don't clash with each other. Next up, let's go back to got references here. Don't need that there. Info. Yeah. All right. Let's fill this in. So we're on session 4. And roughly 4 hours. See how it goes. Play it by ear. So as you see, we've done 7 hours so far. I'm trying to get under 14 hours. I don't think that's going to happen. We're still doing rough draft. And yeah, and that's where we're at. Still a lot to do. I think rough draft is probably one of the longest, and clean up line art is also one of the longest as well. Color, block color, they'll be quicker in comparison. Right, cool. Right, we now going to focus on the counters. Which I'm not too excited about doing. I can't left it last. Just people in general are hard. And drawing a collection of people in different poses, it's a bit taxing. So probably the one yellow, orange. Take the red off that. Just reorganizing my layers just so it's not confusing on these. Super rough dump, because I probably won't be going back to them, but it's good to have there just one second. Same with Bob and Moon. Take the orange off that. Take the orange off that. No, that was red. Just hiding away stuff that we're probably not going to go back to. I have 2 copies of that. rid of one. Don't need it. Frame. I don't want to send different layers now. I've just spent a bit of time reorganizing my layers. That was like halfway through. So I don't need it. I'm deleting stuff that I don't need. Don't need that anymore. Frame tool. Super rough. Turn that off or keep it for reference. Name off and oops. And color. Get rid of that for now. Mainframe. So what we have? Frame. Should probably still keep using the bubbles, eh? Bubble, universe, frame, counters. Cool. All right, let's start doing this. And so the first thing first, universe, or hyper universe frame. We don't want to hide it 100%. We want to have it there so we could place people around it easy enough. I need to look back on my notes now. Right, give me a second, I'm just going to get my notes. I think I made more notes on the PC, but just to have it here. It's good to have it here, just in case. There you go. What do we have? Let's bring this down. It's good I did this last episode. It must have been too much for that now. Right, let's have the frame even lower opacity. And all right. think we might need oil in here as well, just so we know. I can't see the frame on my screen. Let's bring that back up a bit. It's a bit messy. It's kind of hard to see what's going on. Let's get rid of that. It's quite a lot going on. Alright, so counters. Without revealing too much of the story, we probably want some important counters closer into the middle. So the twin girls maybe in the middle. Women. I don't know how old they are actually. In the late teens, I was under the impression. Should we ask Raymond to clarify? Raymond, if you're watching this, clarify the ages. And maybe more details about the characters, like what they wear and stuff. Or personalities. That might help out. I have to think of like unique poses for everyone as well. At least we'll be watching them from behind. I have to think of like unique hairstyles for everyone as well. So yeah, I'm basically just drawing 7 people in rough. And hopefully I get the anatomy correct. Anatomy first, clothes second. Always the case. You could put clothes on top, but like you need to know where all the body is. Like if you start doing clothes without knowing where the body is, you might sometimes draw clothes that go right through a person without realizing. Yep. I'm actually already quite happy with that. I thought it'd be an 8 on this. This is another reason why I said like I enjoy doing this the least, because I could get stuck on a pose and not do it right, and it'd be wrong, and basically just go over again and again and again, and could be quite annoying. But I seem to be doing alright so far. So we got these two. So we don't do we. Nothing. Sorry, I got a cat interrupted in it. Look. Cat just wants some hugs. I wonder if the cow stayed there. I recall she did. Alright, cool. Let's move on to the next one. So we've done these two. Which one? Teenage mother, witch son. Let's do the witch son. Let's do it on a different layer so we can move him around if we need to. He can't be that big as well. I suppose you could change size later. So if you've drawn people from behind, the back goes in, arches inwards, the spine arches inwards to the base of the spine and comes out again. It's definitely going to be in a suit, this guy. Make sure the cat's happy. Just try and make it accurate. I do it correctly. Something about it. Pose is a bit bland. And it looks full. Let's try that again. What's going on? Guys at an angle proper. I was going to have him with, well, he's a businessman to some degree. I was going to have him wearing a suit, but I think I'll do it without the jacket. So he has a waistcoat. Yeah. Something like that. His hands a bit up, maybe. What about the leg going down this way? Nope. So it kind of looks like he's been taken aback. Does he have a hat? What kind of hat? You won't have a hat. Let's try that. Duplicating there. I'm going to go back there if this doesn't look good, but I'm going to mess around a bit. Cool. Yeah, good enough for now. Could probably clean up later. But let's just leave it that for now. Alright, cool. So we have done which one? Yeah, don't know the ages of these people. I'm just assuming ages. Late teens, early 20s for someone. Next up, we'll do. So we'll have someone on this side here. Poor boy. We'll have the conservative one. Who's I imagine she's a bit older. What's it on? Sorry. Do you not approve? Yeah, alright. What will she be wearing? all in one dress. Probably blouse and skirt, probably. Crossing arms. Hair tied. No, the hair down. Hat. What was like the Christian fundamentalists wear hat was? Like more like not like Handmaid's Tale, but like there's something similar to that. And they wear little caps or something. Similar to Handmaid's Tale, but not a Handmaid's Tale. I don't remember. Go and Google it quickly. Italian Christian woman hat and just getting a whole bunch of magma hats. Show you guys what I'm done. Nothing like that. No. Handmaid's Tale just gonna give me details. Oh yeah, this little thing here. It's not the one I'm thinking of though. Yeah, what's that? Yeah, it's kind of more like these ones. What are they called? Oops, I see. I'm going to. Oh, this one even. Was it just a wrap? Bit of cloth tied around the back of the head? Church hat. No, I'm not going to find anything. A whole bunch of like American hats, like caps and stuff. Don't want a trucker cap. No, fuck it. I'll leave it. Oh, you know what there? Yeah. Yep. All right. I think I'm doing all right here. Kids have to do this, right? Next up, yep, I'm done. On the list, we've done. Yeah, we've done conservative women. Teenage mother. I'll move her a little bit more. I might have to move people around. Let's do more first. Don't mind me just messing up here. This also needs to be drawn a little bit of a top-down kind of view as well, so they can't be straight on. Well, I suppose I could still play it straight on. So not like that, but it needs to be a little bit from above. So the camera, we are above them, looking down. So it's kind of more like, so we see the top of their shoulders more. And that means their legs go smaller. So the top part is bigger. So yeah, a little bit of perspective. So we're looking down rather than looking straight across. I suppose I'll be more like that. So we'll do a bit, and it doesn't matter too much if it's not the case. I think the angle's so slight that it doesn't matter. And like artistic license and all that makes it fun. Yeah, she looks a bit shocked. I think everyone's meant to be like quite surprised. So they're kind of if yeah, should we finish off? Alright, cool. On to the last one. You do the poor boy. I got to stop myself from thinking the boy from. When you think poor boy, what do you think, right? Like you think Christmas Carol, Charles Dickens, and you think yeah, Charles Dickens in general. Actually, I'm thinking of two. I'm thinking of the Scrooge throwing a coin to the little pauper boy. Was he named Tim or something? Poor boy Tim, whatever. But the other one I'm thinking is also Oliver Twist, right? I think I might have to do a bit like that, but don't get too crazy. Yeah, where's the cat? Nah, we'll try and avoid that. How old's this boy? Wait a minute, if you're watching this, how old's the boy? It could be ranging from like, but he's not going to be 5. But it could range from like anywhere between 5 and 15 or something. And that will really change the height. He should be more sudden. Let's skew a bit. You won't see that arm nearly as much. He's like a teenager here. I might have to like try and age him down, but yeah, look, it looks a bit janky as well. Anyway. Right, let's sort out. It's coming to shrink. Just so poor. His trousers are ripped. Mm. Yep. Oh, cool. So we've done rough of the characters. Next up is like positioning of them. So it's kind of like let's go back to Yes. So problem number one is this whole picture is going right down the middle. So that there's a certain symmetry going on where this half kind of matches this half, and we kind of come right through and down the middle. Because of that, we want to kind of keep symmetry a bit, and obviously we can't have like duplicates of people on either side, but you kind of want to have like the shapes match to a certain degree. So we got so it's good we have like the line going down here, and we have the main in the middle, and then kind of branches outwards either side, which is cool. And then we've got the two ginger women here, which is cool. So a nice bit of symmetry. Problem is these two. It's good we've got two either side. That kind of works well with the symmetry. But these two are like further back and down and small compared to the two on the right here. So we have to change that so they match a little better. So we have like some sort of symmetry. So it just looks nice. So with that in mind, let me just swap out the John Madden. I've done everyone on different layers purely so I can actually move them around and resize them accordingly. Well, that's a type of name. Boy. Don't even know if it's spelled pregnant right. Conservative woman. What was he defined as? Which man? Twins. I call this. We can have the boy there and her here. Yep. Can we have a larger? Overlap would be nice as well. Just give it a bit more depth than we go. Pull them in a bit. Yeah, and we have a gap here, so we have to do counter. The same more. Okay, well, I think this is alright for rough for the counters. This is also not all of them. These are the primary 6. I think there's actually more counters. So we're gonna have to do a level layer called others. And what I might see is just heads. Floating heads. I'll have to confirm with Raymond that is the case, so there's actually like a lot more people in. Yeah, I think after this stream I'll do that. I'll message him. Just make sure macro. And then we have a nice silhouette that kind of like makes off the picture. Give it a minute. Delete that there. Let's move this back up to the info section. Don't think we are in need of that at the moment now. It's looking good. It's getting better by the second. Those shadows are too small as well. I just realized. So the old character rough we can actually get rid of. Get rid of all the others. That's how it originally looked. Now it looks like this. Red counters. Should I delete it? Probably not yet, just in case we want to refer back to it. We won't delete that just yet. I don't think we need to refer back to it. These others need to be bigger. Yeah, closer to the camera. I can't resize it. What's that? Razor? Yep. Also, the whole thing is probably going to extend further down to let the title in. So, how do I best do this? I think after the stream, I'm going to ask Raymond again, two things to ask. I should make notes. How many people are there in total? And did you want space for the title at the top or bottom of page? And maybe if you're reading this, just feel free to text me. Otherwise, I'll call you. Let's save. Alright, here's a fun thing to do. Let's get our boss back up. There's more. Characters. So we could try a new layer. Layer 40. That's how many layers we've done so far in this drawing. Not too many, not too bad. And then you could do save, and then you can see how long it takes to save. That was a little bit, so If the file size gets too big, then it takes an age to save. So it's a good way of keeping tabs on how big the budget is. If it gets too big, then you have to like either reduce the Photoshop files, the layers, or just start a new Photoshop file. Like save it on a different file type and delete half the layers that are not needed. So by the time it gets to doing the clean line art, there'll be less need for any of the roughs, like the 70 rough layers. Anyway, something like that. I think it's good. The characters. I did the characters quickly. I forgot actually. Bubble, universe, spring. With the characters, I'm just going to make a dumb color layer. Just so I can block in the characters. So there's no, they're not transparent, there's lines covering them up. So you can see how it looks, kind of like silhouetted. That boy's quite good actually. I'm quite surprised how that turned out. I'm quite happy in general how the people turned out actually. Because sometimes I'll just spend an age. Sometimes you just get into a rut, and as soon as you do one bad drawing of a person, you spend an age trying to correct it, and it just doesn't work. And then you get into your head that you can't draw people, and then you just spend an age drawing the same model over and over and over again to make it look right. But yeah, the boy ended up looking good. There's still a bit of asymmetrical layout here, which is a bit annoying. The boy and the woman, just hide that there. They need to be. Let's increase the size of this one. They didn't match the characters on the right. She should be a bit higher up as well, I think. So we can create like an arch that kind of like reflects the circles that are going on here and here and here. So we want the people to create like the height, the head count, the head position in a rough arc would be really cool. Shut them down definitely. Well, it's easier to see once you color them in and get a silhouette of it. So we don't want a perfect arc. It doesn't matter. Like it looks more natural if it's not perfect, but you want to get a sense of an arch. So these guys are still too high up on the right side here. Right. Let's get rid of the guys. Putting the other twin on her own layer. Can't see her much, so I'm thinking maybe pull her up a bit. Pull him down a bit. Pull her in a bit. There's a lot of fiddling around. Twin 2. Twin 1. And we pull them all in slowly. Yeah. We need room for the guy. For all round. We need to see the score as well. Maybe something like that. So watch out for the tangents. Alright, cool. Maybe this. Let's color them in. Let's see how the silhouette looks. Pardon me. Yeah. I'm looking at the stream OBS, and there's like a thumbnail version of what I'm drawing. So it's more easier to see what's going on there. I think, yeah, I think the position might be alright. Why can't I do that? Move them up slowly. Awesome. Amazing. We could have like just be like abstract about it all and have other people. Yeah, but we need room for fire. So maybe not. Yep. That might be good. Save. Alright, cool. I think we're good. Let's see what's like with watercolors. This is not to show what colors I'm using, more like see if each individual areas kind of stand on their own. Like can they be separated? Like Like, I don't know the best way to describe it. Best way to see if they stand out from one another. I can't remember what the term was. He's already coloured in. I swear there was a frame colour. So just laying out. I lost one of the colours. There you go. So I'm basically seeing if there was another colour for the world. I think there was, but I can't find it. Basically this one here. That's a great new one. So these are basically just tones, tonal ranges for lights, darks, and mids. Just to see how everything looks together. Yeah, I don't. And then we have to decide what colour has this. Do we have a black? It should be lighter than the outside. So we're going to a world. Well, I will focus in on the light. Oran, let's get to Oran. Just trying to figure out having it completely silhouetted, or how dark the tones are, basically. He's gonna have to be quite bright. Just a bit fiddly. I want to be able to line the greys. Fuck, I don't want to do this, but I have to. Duplicate the layer. Increase the size. Have it similar to how it was before, actually. Yep, basically. But this way I'll be able to manipulate the colour without messing up the lines. Maybe like that. Have maybe that one, that colour, and the other one even darker. Yeah. Yeah, I might be good like that. Maybe all round can be a little bit darker. Yeah. Right, let's save it. Yeah, so what would happen is when I get to finalizing this, just make it a copy of everything I've done and then merge them all together. So we've got a natural piece, all of it together as one layer. So do this as one layer. So when it comes to like Raymond wants a space for the title, once I complete the entire drawing. So I complete the entire drawing like this. And then I'll basically make room for the title. So I'll probably end up shrinking it, bring it up, and then that way we have title here. But yeah, it basically doesn't matter. The title's not in currently. So the main objective is just to get the art done first, and then I could figure out how to put the title in later. Alternatively, I could just probably won't do this though. Just do image canvas size, and then push it down. And then you could do by percentage, and let's do 25%. Yeah. Oops, no way. Canvas size. High 50%. 25%. And then what I'll do is that's going around 50. I didn't change the percentage. Yeah. And then basically I can then just write in there and fill in. But later on it will look like whether I extend the canvas or if I just resize the image and then put the title in, it will basically look like that. And that. But yeah, let's undo all that. I don't want to change the size of the canvas just yet. Alternatively, I can just move it into another layer, another Photoshop file. And but I have to keep this in mind that I do actually want to extend this outwards. So I'm not completed the drawing until I've done stuff beyond here. So it'll probably be near the end. As soon as I start colouring in, then I have to extend or resize the canvas to match, so I can have room for the title. At that point, I need to get information off Raymond. So rough one is done. Roughly. There's still some problems to see. She is too big. He is too small. That's fair, right? You know what? I'm not even going to record that. Just make a mental note of it. Don't have more layers. It'll start confusing. It's already getting a bit confusing. So we're at this stage now. So that's basically everything here, but flattened. Let's slide it down. Oops. Cool. So that's flattened, everything flattened. So I can now refer to it if I need to when I'm doing stuff later. Made a little bubble. That's cool, but done with that. I'll have to correct that. I should have done it. Here. Could I have up there for reference? I have 2 copies of this reference. Well, I'll put one in the reference box. And I have a small one here for now. To always refer back to. The colours are not accurate to how it'll finally be. It's just showing the lights, the darks, and the mids. Okay, cool. Got everything here. So have we done rough draft 1? I don't think we've done rough draft 1 even. I don't think we finished that yet. Because I want to do the actual drawing of his clothes. It's going to be quite important. So I want to do a rough version of that before I can count rough as done. So that'll be the next stage. I think all these other characters, they also need proper going over their costume, and even probably this guy's design needs to be, his pose might need to be changed maybe. But it's not too bad. I could do it on the fly when I do clean up. But this costume here needs to be put on before I could consider rough done. But I feel like I'm close to the end of the rough stage. Good of all those. I'm making progress, and it's looking good, and I am happy. Yeah, I'm kind of happy that I went back to more classical design for castle. I think the other castle, the humanoid statue castle, I might actually just do on a separate art piece myself, just for funsies. But yeah. Right. So next up, I'm going to be drawing a rough costume for Oran, one of the main protagonists. And yeah, I'll do it after a break. So I'm going to have a 20-minute break, sort my back out, get a cup of tea, and see you guys in 20 minutes roughly. All right, bye. Hey, I'm back. Yeah, just really cup of tea. Check my phone. All right, let's get back into it. So we're doing the main character now. Um, we're still doing rough, and we are basically putting his costume on. I'm just going to get up the references. Hmm. Yeah, these were his mock-up for the characters. There's a lot more characters in there than what I have. I don't know how to elaborate. Let's get back to it. Let's take the grays off that. Um, Alright, we're doing main character. All one. We don't need a bubble. Don't need universe. Don't need the frame. Don't need two colors. Don't need the characters. Yeah, so even though like half his body would be covered, you won't see anything. I'm going to draw him completely anyway, just in case I decide later that I want to move him around or something, or use him for a different project. I'm just getting up the references. Oh. I'm going to hide the screen for a second, find a reference and get back. So I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Well, I was less than 5 minutes. Let's get back up. Yeah, just found images. So the two reference images. Yep. And those two. So he's wearing a comical leprechaun outfit. Do we need so many copies of it? Get rid of a couple. Alright, cool. Just set everything up, make sure. Off two. Get rid of the color. Where's the reference? Over here. Over here. Right, let's draw him again. More cleaned up, without costume. Just his body. Still rough. Don't think he's going to be a little gaunt, but not muscular per se. It has to be terribly accurate with the muscles. Hands, the most hardest things to draw, apart from faces. Are hands more harder than faces? Don't know, probably the face is more harder. So just an anatomy for now. Should push it a bit as well. Have it more of a bend. Don't know if that pulls for it. More gone. Let's get the other hand on the go. He is too big. Let's reduce that. I'll make sure it's all correct. No one's unsure on this. As no one is ever. So now we've got to do the tricep, is it? Deltoid? Is it deltoid? The delts. Tricep, bicep, and delts. So the triceps is the top part here. Bicep, sorry. Triceps the bottom part. And the delt is basically the shoulder. But he's not muscular, so we just have to. We're going to have fold in the skin though. And yeah, he's not muscular. It goes off into the distance as well, so it has to naturally be smaller as it goes. I need to do more studies on backs. No one's sure how it goes. I have an idea, I'm just not sure. Moving on. At least that the hand is going to be easy. The thumb is going to be on this side. I feel like make the score a bit larger, actually, but a bit longer. I think it'd be quite cool if it's a little bit longer. Don't do shading till later, so I better calm down on the shading front. except just wider. Even if you're thin, your legs tend to be quite thick anyway. I'm bad at doing this part of the leg. I've practiced it a couple of times, so hopefully I'm getting better. Something like that for the feet. Should we have them barefoot? I think. Oh, we'll take a lot of references, but it'd be quite quirky if it was barefoot. How does it go? Is there a line down here? Or is it like that? I think it's that one. Right, well, start. That hand looks super off. Yeah, something like that. Does the hand look alright? Yeah. I think the hands are right there. How's the stomach look? So with the thigh come up to there, pelvic bone here, stomach on top of it. I think there might be a mistake here. How's the feet look? And the head. You need to make sure he's looking in the right direction. But I think the hat's going to cover where his head is looking anyway. You're not going to be able to tell because where the hat is. Can't wait to do this part here, this scroll, because colouring it in is going to be really fun. So it's going to have gold leaf in it, so I get to do colours in it. It's almost turned into a rough line art number 2 actually. It's a lot more cleaned up version. Actually, I'll do a little bit further on. Very cool. The short blades one. I haven't done enough research into short blades to know how accurate that is. Doesn't matter too much. I don't think we're going to see it. So there's a rough body. Lower that one. Let's lower that one. And let's draw the costume. So he wants the hat to be comically large. Turn smooth upside. So it's still rough. Let's have it a bit comical, cartoony, so like a bit misshapen. And then we have the belt on it. The buckle, show the buckle on the side. This guy is a creature from a different universe, so he doesn't understand the concept of costume, fancy dress costume. So he could very much be wearing it wrong. Alright, costume wise, do we have shoulders? And the clothes? Yeah, fuck it, why not? Have it a bit puffy. So we have the rest of the shoulder blade in there. It's still the same. The folds have been folding over. coming out as well, so don't think that. Chords with the folds right. Maybe a bit annoying. Might have to come back to it. Let's move this a little bit higher up just so we don't have a tangent. And then the rest of the arms are the same. There's nothing in the costume. That's around the arms or anything. Right, we're down to the waist. Both of them have black belts. Don't want to colour in just yet. Skirts are how? I think it's further down the waist actually. Have I made his waist too long? And then the skirt. How long am I going to have the skirt? How does it actually sit? It's unfortunate the photo references are actually holding out the skirt. It'd be good to see how it actually sits. Sorry, give me a sec. Is that too long? Is that too far down? It's quite a lot of room there. It's not tight. That might be too low still. Then we have the ruffles underneath it, whatever that's called. Trying to figure out how the creases go. A little bit further out. How does the creases look on these? So they come out. Can't draw it. So the creases are coming out that way. No one. It's basically where it's being pulled. Apart from that, nothing else. I need to learn more on creases. Just for something. Because the feet are in different positions here and here, it basically means the person's not standing in a line. Whereas if we're doing top-down view, they're not standing like that. I don't know, explain it properly. But it's more of a tilt like that. The main body. This is top-down. It's hard to explain. But basically, because like feels like normal positioned, it would be one step here, one step here. That's not. The step is forward from the other. So that means it's got to be pulled up because this part of the leg is further in front than this part. So the skirt needs to reflect that it's going off into the distance, so it'll be pulled this way. You probably have the creases coming up this way. It's probably less down. Yeah, no, cool, some of this. Where's the feet? Should we put stockings on? It's an option. Then no shoes. He lost them last one. I definitely have to confirm if this design is okay with Raymond first before continuing. Once again, if you're watching, let me know. Stockings, no shoes. We could get my references up. Oops. Yeah, let's do stockings. Let's have interesting. So you want to put in some folds. make sure it goes around the muscles properly. Going completely on the intuition here. The main bulk of the muscles going to be there, so it needs to roll around it. So just kind of curving around the muscle. It's going to be folding up here. How's the base of the feet look? And how does socks look in the base? I don't know how they generally are designed. I never really thought about looking at how socks are designed from the back. Like where the seams go and like how like the leg mat fits into the foot. Like when you have a sock, you have lines going down there. You have something going on here, right? How does that attach? Is it like that? What's this? And does it go all the way down like that? And does the lines go diagonally like that? And diagonally like that? I never actually looked into it. I imagine it doesn't matter too much. Well, basically impossible. Cool. Yeah, that's good. Once again, making sure we go down the stocking matches the curvature of the leg. Let's draw the stocking first. And where the creases would most probably be. So the feet, big toes on the inside. And so there's these ankles. What's that called? They're on the inside. So they'll be there. Oops. I'm going from rock to actually mainline right now. Unexpected. Well, it doesn't do that. Cool. Anything else? Pretty much the same. I'm just going to call that person back. Just give me a 5-minute break. See you guys in 5 minutes. I'm back. Where were we? Angel one. Just take a look at that. Just try and visualize. Like, try and create a mental image in my head how it will look. Yeah. Good. Just gonna copy the original line art here. No point drawing over a second time. Oh, cool. So we'll copy that. Paste in place. Delete unnecessary lines. Can't wait to start cleaning this up actually. Start becoming a fun bit. Less thinking, more fun. Finish down. Right. We kind of moved into clean up one. This one. Let's remove the bottom layer. Cool. Anything else? This will need another cleanup line. What? For now, I don't like the tangent that's going on with this fun. So let's have a go over the bar. There's a tangent going on here. And here. The more work I do here, the less there is to think on the next stage. I mean, like, do I need to actually clean this up? Like, do another line on top? I could probably just leave it as is. And just tidy up here rather than draw another line on top. Interesting. What else? Are we done with this? Think about the thumb. Maybe it seems like it's pressing onto the ball. Let's go back to the rough one. Just a good rough one. Yeah. I just wanted to check what I did here with this. The knobbly part of the elbow. I'm not doing anything off my mental library of how to draw bodies. Something like that, isn't it? Yeah, good enough. I'm liking the tights actually. That was quite good. Cool. See something else here. Just because of tangent reasons, I'm adding a bit more flush. A little bit more texture to this. Yeah, alright, cool. Let's I want to just clean up. Save myself time instead of like redrawn over the whole thing, just actually just clean up this current line. What else? Let's have. doesn't look right. I know. This one over here could be a little bit cleaned up. Save. I've done that in like 2 hours or something. How long has it been since I last saved? An hour? Yeah, half hour. I need those references. And just trying to make this look better, basically. Figuring out where the line should go. Also, got to have this thing going on here as well. This line. This has turned out to be like a natural full line art now. I think I might actually just stick with this rather than going over again. I gotta see if this is proper. The neck end's there, right? So we need a bit of shoulder before. This comes down. Knee comes down the right way as well. Needs to go over the shoulder, over the back properly. I think this one might have to turn down a little bit as well. You'll probably have a fold around about here. Where it squinches in. You're gonna have definitely some folds here. And here. And this is where the belt is. Cool. Yeah, maybe a bit more. This is actually going off into the distance. So I think we'll see it fold a bit more in the hand. Be a little shorter than normal as well because of perspective. Have a knuckle going up here. Yeah, is that right? Looks a bit dodgy. Looks a bit dodgy. Cool. So shamrock as well. 4-leaf clover. I'll tidy this up also now. Yeah, cool. Save. Cool. I'm happy with that. Yeah, we were actually just jumping straight into line without realizing, like clean line art. I'm gonna have fun for the rest of the session. Normally I would do clean line art for everything, but it doesn't matter too much that I just jump ahead. But let's sort the groups out first. So what's in this group? Figure out how to organize this. Clean line art, we're going to have to put at the very top. These references we're going to have to take out as well. The rest is line or rough. What's this group? Another rough. Rough 1. Rough 2. Down there. Down there. Keep down out. Example. Rough example. They're a bit redundant now because I got We've got a cleaner version. So next up on the color list, we're doing orange, yellow, because the way I do my color order, the better the version, the higher the color goes. So red, and then once the more clean up version is orange, and then more clean up is yellow, and so on. Grey is always my reference layers. And that's fine. So when I'm scrolling up and down to see, oh yeah, the yellow one, that's the better version. These two are references to the grey. Do I need them here? Yeah, I should probably have them here. What's this? We'll put down rough one. So we'll do it nice and organized. And then do ruffle. And put these three in. So that's the feel about animal. Right, we just got to clean out two references. Let's move them over. Change the multiplier as well. So the white display, so you can actually hover over if you need to. Let's have the references up. Right, cool. Now we're basically just jumping straight into block color. Let's do color first. Base. So you want to do the whole thing as one color to begin with, and it doesn't matter what color it is as long as it's a color. So you could do mask layers on this and stuff. Instead of like coloring it in, it's quicker to actually just select the outline and then just color it in. It works out quicker in the end. I always avoid doing fill, bucket fill. It's just unreliable. Because if you have a gap in the line art, like a pixel, then it doesn't color it all in. So you can see there's a gap there. You wouldn't be able to fill it all in. And if I do manage to cover all gaps, it might take me an age to find all the gaps. Then I have to. It never fills in well up to the line, the edge ever. So you have to go back and clean up the edges anyway. So the quickest way of filling something in is actually just to manually do it. So I'm basically just going over the whole, drawing the entire outline. It's not 100% perfect, but I'll go back and correct that. Later. Maybe there might be a quicker way of doing a bucket fill, but I don't know of it. Maybe there's settings in bucket fill that allow you to color in properly, or maybe there's a new button or algorithm or something that allows it easier to do, but I don't know. And I'm kind of used to this style. Minus, give it a sum, plus add to my existing layer selection. Right, I've selected all, I believe. And now when we nope, there's still something to do. And now when I select paint brush, I can have the brush really big. Know any color within the selected area. And then we undo that, get rid of the selection, and then just clean up. I'm probably going to wrap up soon. I think it'll be good to wrap up. Good time to wrap up once I'm happy with this. I'm just going to have fun for a bit. I'm going into the block color and I haven't even done the rough line art for all the others. Like the clean art for the other. But what I'm going to do is add a bit of color to this. Basic colors, nothing too intense just yet. So just cleaning up. Just going into detail, make sure the block color is good. And I covered everything. Doesn't matter if I miss bits here and there. When you zoom in, you realize there's actually areas you missed out on. It's good to zoom in to do this. This is fun because also it requires no thinking, and you get a lot out of it. Like, stuff happens fast, and it starts looking good really fast. Right, cool. So we've got base color down. It doesn't matter what color this is. It could be any color. And then next up we basically do a layer on top, and we do clip and mask. So clip and mask, basically when you have a drawing, still red. Let's say you have a drawing. And when you do another drawing, it's always on top. If the layer's above the layer below it, then it's on top. But clip and mask allows you to put one layer and be constrained by the layer below it. So basically that means that for all intents and purposes, the red layer, the normal red layer, as soon as you make it a mask layer, then that layer becomes basically what I would call a window. And this is like the frame of the window. So you can't see anything on the wall, but you can see anything through the window, which is this red shape here. So anything you do here that's on the wall, you can't see, but anything inside through the window, you can see. So the mask basically turns a layer into a window. That's how I like to explain it. To visualize it, another way how that actually works. So I created the base layer. This doesn't change, but the object above it becomes like the vista in the window. So let's just take the mask off. You can turn it on and off at will. So we have, let's say we create the vista. Let's do it yellow. With the vista. This is on top of everything apart from the black line art. We have a sun here. And we've got clouds. And we create our vista. But then we have more clouds here. That's actually going to be inside the window. We got like landscapes here, landscapes there. But currently it's not attached. It's not a mask. So you can see the entire vista. We can see the moon and the sun and the clouds. But then you go to the layer. I don't know if you can see in the bottom right corner here. And then you go on to create clipper mask. And now we can the layer below it becomes the window, and we can only see through the window of the layer before it, above it, below it, yeah. So we can't see the moon and the sun, but what we can do is move this around within the constraints of the window, and move it around accordingly. So mask layers are really powerful, and if you want to learn how to draw digitally, mask layers is one of the things you need to get your head around. There's different ways to create a mask, but this is the way I do it. It's a quick way of doing it. Anyway, let's unmask that. Just going to delete all this. So that's one way doing a mask. And this is why you create a base layer of the object in question. So I could have done like a layer of the person and the layer of the scroll, but I thought I'd just put them together here. So knowing that, we create a mask layer. And let's get a green on the go for costume. And then, oh, we're on a razor. So we start creating the green, but if we accidentally go out, it doesn't matter because it's masked and clipped to the base layer below it. So if I unmask it again, you can see it goes off out the window, but then I'll mask and it goes back in. So normally, now I'm doing block color. I normally do a color per major part. So yeah, let's do clothes first. So we name it clothes, and then let's start drawing in. Block color first. It doesn't matter if the color's wrong to begin with, because you can always change it later easily. So if I press Control U, that brings up a hue saturation, and I can change the color to any color in the rainbow. So that's why you kind of want to group off all your colors, all your stuff separately from each other, so you can manipulate the color easily. Right. Let's continue. Just gonna do the entire costume first. How do I want to do separate? I'm not sure. Pros and cons. Pro, quicker. And you don't have the background of a million layers. Con, it's not as versatile. You can't really. You don't have options. It reduces the options you have. If I wanted to make the color of the hat separate to everything else, then it's a bit fiddly to do that. But I'm opting for less layers. Right. So now we're blocking everything. One stage at a time. So first one is close. Skin next. New layer. You won't put the skin under the clothes. What color should I open? As I said before, it doesn't matter what the color is just yet. Because you can always change a layer. That's gonna have to be above. Yeah, alright. Above or below? I have it above. Skin. We'll name that the skin layer. Oh yeah, save. Struggling a bit with the save. Just doing bits I forgot. After skin. And then what? I'm not sure many colours actually. Close extra. Cold. I don't know why I bothered calling that pen. A bit more pointer. Oh yeah, I got this scroll as well. You want to be using the same colours. You don't want to change them up too much. So if the hat belt is black, you want to have the same colour for the other belt. Just have like a consistency in colour range. Just zoom in a bit, make it more accurate. A mistake has happened. It's obviously meant to be this line here is meant to be coloured in, but like I messed up on the line front when I was drawing them. So I'm drawing them incorrectly now. So basically, it's the lighter green is actually more thicker than it should be. It's a little dark. It seems the same on the other side. It's not too much of a problem. If it got wider, then I'll have to change the line up. That's all good. Now, how's this work? Bit of guesswork on the go now. Does it comprise the whole thing? Maybe it does. Yeah, so we'll have to. If there was a problem with that, I would have to come back and do it properly. we can have a go. Oh, I see a whole bunch of black dots there. There's black dots need to go. Cool. What next? Now we do the scroll. Click and mask. Do we want it green? Let's have a bit bluey black. Let's have the score already done on one as well. So the green can cover over it, so I don't have to worry about being precise about it. Actually, yeah, I don't have to be precise at all. It's behind everything. Scroll trimmings. This is the gold part. That's all over this. So it doesn't 100% matter what color it is just yet, or the base color, because I can change it. When I go to finalize it, I'll change it. But I think it's fine as it is at the moment. Cool. Well, that's the base down. What's this? Control T. Empty. So there's nothing on there. So we delete it. Let's get rid of the black lines. Does that look right? Once you put color on, you can see more better if it's if it looks right or not. I think it's all right for now. The legs look. It might be a bit off of the right leg. Not sure. Let's finish up. Four ends done. Counters are going to be there. Bubble there. Universe there. Frame there. Universe color. Background color. And then there's more stuff to do with the line as well. The line art for the main character. I can change the weight of it or make it thicker in places. Or change the color of the line art. But that'll be something to do later. So yeah, that's kind of what I've got so far. Yep, cool. So where are we? We're finishing up now. Let's references info. Right, let's go back to it. So questions for Raymond. where are we now? So we're both kind of like we are done the rough draft. So let's do green. Tick. So we 100% did the rough draft. Clean up. We are on now. So let's say how long was it? So there's been 3 hours, 20 minutes, 27 minutes. Should we say it was 2 hours and a half? That I finished off the rough. Yeah, let's do that. 2 hours 20. Let's round out. So nine hours 30. Rough draft is done. So 2. Are we on 2 now? We are. So we began 2. And we've kind of done for the guy. We've done clean up 2, block color, and yeah, that's Warren. So he's ahead of everyone at the moment. But let's get rid of this box. I don't think there's needed for it. But primarily we are actually hold on a bit. Create a box so you can move up and down. So we are now in cleanup. And we haven't started yet, apart from like we just jumped ahead with 4 round, but basically we're still doing cleanup. Yes, session 4. We're finishing up session 4 now. This is 3 hours and 30 minutes. Okay. Let's just get that out of that layer and put it in the step code. We've got up here how long it took. Hours, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just double checking. We're currently on 10 hours and 40 minutes. that's how long it's taken me to draw this. As you see, clean up part 1 and 2 and block color are really fast. But I imagine the frame would take an age. So just keep that in mind. And that basically means let's pop that out. I've done 1 hour 10. So far. Need to clean up. Something like that. I mean, it's not 100% accurate, but like, yeah. So 10 hours, 40 minutes. Maybe this will be a 20-hour piece. Nah. 15 hours? 16 hours? 16 hours. Unless I change my estimate from 14 hours. 16. $16 hours is my new estimate. All right, cool. After all that, let's call it a day. So it streams 3 hours today. That's all right. Yeah, so I was gonna like pause, end the stream and come back on in an hour or two. But like my plans are kind of changed tonight, so I don't think I'll have time to do any more drawing tonight. Also, on top of that, I was going to go and stream me playing Final Fantasy at 6, but I don't think I have time for that anymore now as well. So that's it, me done for the day. Yeah, my next stream will probably be next week sometime, Tuesday or Thursday. Actually, well, it could be any day next week, actually, come to think about it. I basically got to find a day where I'm in the house by myself to draw. So that could be any day next week. So check my bio and I'll keep you updated. So cool. Thanks for watching and see you guys next week, hopefully. And if you wanted to check out my other videos on YouTube, has all my other art stuff, the previous sessions. And also it's got me videos of me playing various computer games, Final Fantasy currently, Final Fantasy 2 I'm currently doing. But also like I got Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 7, and a bunch of other games. Yeah, and if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to head over to my Twitch and watch me on Twitch. Cool, thanks for watching and see you guys around. Right, bye.